let's get right into it. Tell the people your name.
Well, I have many names. But I professionally, my name is Shayna Castro or Shayna. In ballroom, I'm known as Denise Infinity. You can call me Denise.
Okay.
I am 39. I'll be 39 in August.
Okay, we got a grown woman in the building. And how do you identify with the letters, if any? LGBTQ plus.
Oh, I'm trans all day long.
Yes, work.
All day long.
And trans woman, I'm assuming she, her, hers.
Absolutely, yeah. She, her, hers. Don't call me anything masculine, and don't call me late for lunch.
And where are you located, love?
Oh, New York City, the Bronx.
Okay, BX in the building. BX in the building. Um, and what's your birthday or zodiac sign?
This one's interesting because I'm really big into like the esoterics and spirituality and stuff.
Oh, really?
So I'm a cusper. So I'm on the Leo Virgo cusp. So I'm on the cusp of exposure. Look, I'm a bit biased. I think personally, I feel that Leo Virgos are the best cuspers. But I personally feel if you want somebody who's not going to judge you and who's going to have your back completely, find yourself a Virgo.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's funny that we get the reputation for being extremely judgmental, but I think people misassociate me for I can only speak for me. I think for me, people misassociate my discernment with judgment. Even though I may be able to see right through you, that doesn't mean I'm thinking the worst of you or judging you because of it.
So is this safe to assume that you're a Virgo too?
I am.
My very first trans man boyfriend, his birthday was September 2nd.
Okay, and since we got into that, how do you identify as far as sexual orientation? What is your preferences in a partner regarding gender?
I'm androsexual.
Could you elaborate?
Absolutely. It's a term, it's a very new term, and it's one that I try to coin and I try to educate a lot of people with. So I am interested in the masculine aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Gender just doesn't mean anything to me. I ran into dicks that didn't have one. I ran into dicks to pussies that had a dick. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And excuse my vernacular, but
No, speak for.
I'm hood. The whatever's in your crush doesn't really mean anything to me. But as long as you giving me the juice that's masculine, I'm with it.
Okay, so you've answered a few questions with that one. Somebody who's more masculine identifying, androsexual. I'm gonna have to add that one to my repertoire.
There's gynosexual, and that's the pandemic that's going on within the cis heteronormative community where they all want a woman regardless of what she has between her legs.
Oh, baby.
They're gynosexual.
Baby, that's been going on for a long time. You talked a bit about being esoterical. Do you have any particular um, religious identity or affiliations?
Yeah.
What is that?
Those are my prayer beads. I'm very into ATRs, 21 divisions, Santeria, Yoruba, Ifa, and all that good stuff. So I'm heavy into spirituality, into ancestor altars and orishas and lua and things of that. They keep me grounded. They have helped me through a lot of dark times
Mm.
throughout my life. So all my blessings that I got coming through now, all glory goes to them. Well, I did my ancestor.com and I wound up being 27% Congolese,
Okay.
which is it blows my mind because it's like that's a really thick percentage for someone who's so light. And I was adopted at 4. I'm half black, half white. I was adopted at 4 by a Puerto Rican family.
What are some of your strengths?
Some of my strengths, I am a lie detector. I can smell bullshit from 80 miles away. Constantly trying to, help people see their better self. You know, I always see the good in people. And I think that's a strength because, you know, especially somebody who's down on their luck and thinks, you know, whose self-esteem is shot and thinks less of themselves, you know what I mean? I can actually sift through all that and see, you know, the gem that's really inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my weaknesses is that whenever I'm stressed out, I tend to detach from everything. Um, and it's mainly because I'm in my head trying to find a solution to whatever I have going on. It's nothing personal with anybody. But I have had partners in the past complain about that.
Mm-hmm.
But if there isn't a solution there, I'm not going to sit down and sulk. I got moves to make. I got shit to do. You know what I mean?
And correct me if I'm wrong. You're someone who, when faced with an issue, you distract yourself with solving it before you give yourself downtime.
Right.
And you said you're in the business of problem solving. What do you do?
Right now, I work in a hospital in the ER. I help folks get Medicaid.
Okay.
I actually have been in the advocacy and activism for trans lives and trans bodies for years. I made two programs for a brand new grassroots agency here in New York in the Bronx that took off. I got to speak at Yale University. That was my thing. That's my passion. Trans is my passion. What I'm doing now, this is a check.
Do you have any appearance preferences when it comes to a potential partner?
Um, just masculinity, really. Like, I've dated butch lesbians even. You know what I mean? For me, it's all a masculinity for me. You know what I mean? I only have enough, and it's no shade to anybody. I only have enough room in my bed for one woman, and that's me. And the great thing about being in a relationship with a trans man or an alternative masculine person is that I don't feel like I'm being treated as a secret.
Mm.
We have the choice of public display of affection if we want to or not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we understand the journey that we're going through. You know what I mean? My last few trans guy boyfriends were, you know, were shorter in their journey or that were younger in their journey than I am
Mm-hmm.
because I've been trans for 22 years. All my experiences of dating cis men, or even down to dating butch queens, has always been a secret. I ain't got time. I've been single for about 2 years.
Okay.
I can tolerate a white lie, but there's a reason for it. If it's incriminating, meaning if it's going to stop your bag, if it's going to put you in jail, or if it's going to cost you your life, those are the only reasons why I think anybody should ever lie.
You spoke of age. You spoke of your ex being younger. What's your age range for a potential partner?
I thought at one point in time that I was okay and that age ain't nothing but a number.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I'm not there no more. I'm not there no more. I want somebody who's serious with themselves. And I've come to see that people under the age of 27 they're still finding their way, and that's fine.
What's your cat?
It depends on how good your genes are, because if your genes are like me, baby, my cap could be 50. I don't give a fuck. But I think, you know, like realistically speaking, I could go for a nice 43, 45.
When was the last time you had sex?
It was with my ex-husband last week.
Oh my God. And that brings us to another question. If someone hits you up and there's a genuine interest on both parts, there's a connection, would they have to be concerned about your relationship with your ex-husband? Would you need more time to detach from that relationship?
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it when it came to me and my ex's relationship, um, it our breakup really hurt because he told me that his mother died, and I know his mother.
Mm,
She lives in Florida. He told me that his mother died, and he was down in Florida getting her estate, fixing up her estate, and figuring out her stuff. That lady is alive and well. He was two stops away from me on the train with another trans woman who has two children playing daddy when he told me that he didn't want no kids.
so at this point, it's just the booty call. It's somebody who you're familiar with, so you feel comfortable being sexual with them. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see in 5 years I see myself three different places. One is having my very own 501(c)(3, helping trans people, and I'm not going to talk about trans children because one thing, anybody under the age of 24, regardless of what part of life their journey is falling into, is always going to be good. What about those trans people who are not positive, who are falling in the cracks?
Mm.
What about those trans people who don't qualify for no type of services? What about those trans people who are out there that are dealing with housing issues, are having issues with getting the proper hormones or surgeries and stuff like that? There's a whole shit show of things that are going out for trans people who are around my age, who are constantly complaining about how they can't get services.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no shade to the young ones. You got them going around here squandering the shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Transitioning overnight. Night in or night out?
Night in.
Gotcha. Are you open to marriage in the future?
Um, at this point in time, I'm struggling with saying I only want marriage. I'm struggling with the thought of only wanting marriage in the future.
Why?
Like, because I know that I come from an era where marriage was non-existent in my community.
Mm,
I come from a community of broken homes, so I don't know what a married family looks like. I don't know how it functions. I mean, I've seen it on TV,
mm-hmm.
and that's great, but they don't speak to my journey and how I grew up. The Huxtables was a great idea on TV.
Is it fair to say that you're open to marriage, but you're scared because you don't know what it would look like for you?
Extremely fair.
Okay. Are you willing to relocate for love?
Yes. Anything that's outside of New York City, I'm with because I'm done.
I hear that often. Side note, I hear that often with New Yorkers. It's either a thing where you come across the people who never want to leave or the ones who can't wait to get away.
The ones who never want to leave have Section 8 and live in the projects.
Oh Lord, forgive me. Um, do you have any income requirements for a potential partner? Would you want them to make a certain amount of money?
No, because any of my partners knows that even if they came into it with no income, fucking with me, they're gonna have income by the time we're done.
I'm mad at that. I'm mad at that at all. And this is my last question for you. What would make a man or a masculine presenting person lucky to be with you?
Um, I want to answer that without boasting.
No,
Um,
this is a question for you to take that. I get the impression that you're humble, but this is a question for you to genuinely take the time to sell yourself. Don't.
I'm the shit. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Anybody who has had me regrets losing me till this day because I will cook for you, clean for you. I'll make a home. I'll make a house a home.
Mm,
The only thing I ask is for you not to lie to me and help me build this thing together.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I don't ask for much, and I'm very understanding. If you want an open relationship, fine. Let's do that. I can't hold you or to any type of standards, because at the end of the day, when you try to lock somebody in, is when they leave.
yeah,
If you want to be with me, you're going to be with me because you want to be with me.
yeah.
But understand, good for the goose is good for the gander. And it's never fun when the rabbit has the gun.
And give the people your IG as we close out.
My IG is lots to love. I think, or if it's not, it's I'm the Diva 2G
It's like
at
lots
Gmail.
to love.
Oh, it's lots to love. Yeah, lots to love. LOTS, the number 2, LUV.
LOTS, the number 2, LUV.